I'm David. I'm founder and CEO of Saltbox, and Saltbox is a Salesforce and AI services company that helps B2B companies use Salesforce to unify the experiences that drive revenue and efficiency across a buyer, seller, or partner journey. Started the company a little under 5 years ago after about 15 years in the Salesforce ecosystem. And we've been fortunate enough to be backed by Traction Capital and Salesforce Ventures along the way, and have scaled to a little under $20 million and about 75 people in that time. Without some sort of framework or operating system by which it gets everybody on the same page, both vision and values and how we operate on a day-to-day basis. And what I love about EOS is, whether you're in the C-suite or you are, one of our junior developers that sits offshore, everybody is on the same page about why we do what we do, how we're going to do it, and EOS provides a framework and operating system that keeps everybody on the same page as we continue to scale and grow at what we've been fortunate enough to be a pretty high rate of velocity. Yeah, I mean, we live in a world of constant change. So EOS helps us manage the ever-changing world that is Salesforce, the ever-changing world that is AI that we now live in. And EOS has provided us a really great framework and a mechanism by which we can operate as a leadership team, and then communicate and cascade all of that down to our teams and respective staff to make sure that everybody is connected and on the same page about why we're making the changes, how we're adapting to said changes, and make sure all oars are rowing in the same direction as a result, which is not easy to do at the pace of growth, but also not easy to do at the pace of change, both in the ecosystem that we're in and just the environment that is now existing around artificial intelligence. I can't recommend EOS enough to any entrepreneur that is looking for some way of managing their business or managing their growth trajectory, managing just their team, big or small, in making sure that everybody is on the same page, everybody is operating from the same values, everybody is operating from the same vision, and EOS does a great job of kind of almost taking that out of the equation from a day-to-day basis, right? Everybody knows where the VTO is, everybody knows when their level 10 is, everybody understands the mechanisms by which they're going to be measured, and that is something that as a CEO or as a leadership team, we worry about, but we almost don't have to worry about, because it's instilled in everybody up and down the org chart because of the framework that EOS provides. And I don't know how we would be able to operate and manage the pace of change and the growth if we didn't have that in place. Yeah, John has been great. He's been with us for 3+ years now, and we seem to get better by the quarter. And what I've appreciated about John is he helps keep us on track, and he doesn't pretend to be an expert in our business, and we appreciate that about him. But he knows enough about our business to know when we've gotten off track and we've gone down a rabbit hole, and he knows we need to get back on track, or he knows we need to map one of the EOS tools to a discussion we're having because it's going to solve the problem that we're circling around for probably far too long. And that's something that as a CEO or even as a operator, it's really hard to do on your own. If you are trying to be present in the meeting and participating, it's very difficult to do both. Both keep the team on track, keep the agenda on track, map it to the right toolbox that exists inside of Traction and EOS. And I've really appreciated the way that John helps us do that.